Hi everyone, welcome back to another scrapbook layout video and welcome to the last layout for season 5 of Spinless Scrap More. I honestly didn't think I was going to get one more layout done with these. Looking at these scraps, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. So I decided to go ahead and pull out my book of photos that I have from Disneyland, and I remembered I saw these ones. I sometimes print 8 by 10 photos, not very often, but I had from this trip to Disneyland. I believe this is a photo that you can have if you get the photo pass, which is totally worth it, by the way. You can have the photographers take the pictures and then you can print the pictures any size, shape, whatever you want once you get home. So I put this on here with these two papers. I really like the colors with this photo, and I decided to go ahead and go for it. And even this piece that has the hole in it, I'm going to go ahead and use this. It's a little crooked. I think I might get it on just a tiniest bit crooked. I was also, again, trying to figure out if I wanted to have it completely on the striped paper or off of the striped paper a little bit, so there was a little bit of a step down, or where I wanted it. So I held the photo over it and figured out where I liked it the most. Now, here again, I'm even using the branding strip. I wanted another strip or just something for this side, and I decided I was going to see how this looked. So I took the branding strip because I was out of that red paper, and I went ahead, at least a long enough piece. I think I still had a smaller piece of it, but not long enough to do a border with it. And this is not a full-on border, it's just a small little border. But I went ahead and used my border punch and put just a little bit of ink. I'm not inking it a whole lot, but since I'm inking all the other edges, I just added a little bit, and it's just going to go to the side. And I feel like that just adds a little something. So at this point, I was happy with it. I did go into my stash and find a red piece of paper. This is the only thing I brought in. This is a really old Creating Keepsakes piece of paper, and it's been in my stash for so long, and so I decided that I would just add it to behind the photo, and it really makes the photo pop a little bit more. So that helped big time. And now I'm going to play with the clusters. This layout comes together really pretty quickly, with a large photo like this. The one thing I struggle with when it comes to using an 8 by 10, I love how this layout, I mean, I could probably frame this layout. If you wanted to do that, you could frame your layout. I'm kind of up in the air. I don't know if I will or not, but sometimes it's hard with 8 by 10s to not just have two cluster areas, one on one side and one on the other. And so I am going to add a third cluster area. You will see that in just a few minutes. And I think it actually turns out to look okay. So first thing I remembered, I hadn't been using up a whole lot of these chipboard pieces as much as I thought I would from the brads. And so I'm just messing here really quick in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I put foam tape behind this word sticker and not realizing that the chipboard piece was raised up. So I was just getting rid of the foam tape that was in the middle. So I'm going to play around because I really wanted to use these flowers. These flowers are gorgeous. They match the paper and they really kind of go with the photos, the photo, I believe, and the sunglasses, I like those. I do wish that the lenses of the sunglasses were just a tiny bit darker so that they looked, I mean, I guess they could be just regular reading glasses, but I wanted them to be, to me, they're representing sunglasses because you almost always need sunglasses in Disneyland, right? So, I tried that chipboard flower piece that was from the brad pieces and realized that I didn't like how thick it was up there. It just was standing out a little too much. So you might have seen me take my little pokey tool and take out some of the layers of your chipboard. So if your chipboard is standing up too high or you just don't like something about it, take off some of the layers and that really helps. So I was really trying hard to use this Say Cheese sticker as well, but it is not going to end up on there. And the main reason is because at least it doesn't end up on there. Does it end up on there? I can't remember. Do I leave it there? Maybe I do. I don't remember, and I just did this like yesterday. Isn't that funny? So I wanted to use a lot more of these word stickers. I knew at this point that this for sure was going to be my last layout because there really was not much left as far as paper goes. There wasn't even really enough to make cards, but I'll show you in the next video, the recap video, what I did with that. So then there was also this camera and, a few more things on here. And I also realized, why not use the camera, because I have the chipboard pieces in the top left and bottom right. So just adding another chipboard piece. And this one actually ended up looking okay over here in this spot. So again, I popped up the word sticker to go a little bit over the camera. And then I also added a word sticker underneath. And I get quite a few word stickers used up on this layout. So that made me happy. And I believe I use up every one of the brads. I kind of purposely did that. I was like, I don't have very many left. I'm just going to throw them on here. And I like how they look. So in the cluster on the bottom left, maybe look a little funny, but I'm okay with it. So yeah, I pretty much use all but one of the videos. Sorry if that was any background noise just there. I used up all but this shoe, and I tried really hard. I'm even going to take a few layers off of it so that it's not sticking up as high, maybe thinking I could tuck it behind here. If it had been facing the other direction, I might have got it into that cluster next to that camera, but it just wasn't going to work out. So then I tried these glasses, and same thing. I didn't want them to be as thick. So I took some of the layers of the chipboard off, and now I'm just going to use regular wet glue to glue it down. And I really kind of like how they look in that cluster. So there I was just showing you the sheet of all the brads used up. So minus that one shoe at the top there. And then I thought I was done until I thought it would be really neat to have the numbers of the year down in this corner. And I left this in because I want to show you. I'm just adding extra glue because, letter stickers, sometimes they'll stick, sometimes they won't. But I decided to take that Mickey punch again and punch that little blue head and tuck it so it looks like it's coming out of the zero. And I think that might be my favorite part of this whole layout. I just really think that's cute. I love it when people do that and add things into their zeros and O's. So and then I thought, since I was basically done with the layout and I really liked the Mickey head there, why not just go ahead and punch some other pieces, since I knew that I wasn't going to be really doing any other layouts with this collection, or at least for this series. So I'm going to add a Mickey head over here, kind of sticking out behind the camera, and I feel like that kind of finishes off that cluster a little bit as well. And then I'm going to find one more. I'm looking for a good color for the top cluster. And what do I go? I think I went with cream here. And there was just this tiny spot between the brad and that word sticker, and it fit in there pretty perfectly. So all right, guys, that is my layout. I love how this turned out. Again, I'm glad I stuck in there with doing all of these. And next up, you will see the recap. All right, guys, thanks for joining me again. I hope that you enjoyed this layout as much as you have enjoyed the past Spin Less, Scrap More. So I'll see you next time. Bye.